It's lunchtime and the Brooklyn Cafe is open for business. Live from the Brooklyn Cafe studios, Dawn and Freddie S. and their team are ready to serve up a huge portion of fun for lunch with friends and neighbors. So let's break open that lunch pail and unwrap that sandwich you brought and take a front row seat at the Brooklyn Cafe and get ready to enjoy some humor and hot topics. It's time to get a healthy serving of hope and happiness to help your day go by with a smile. Your hosts, Dawn and Freddie S., are ready to talk about food, health, dating, or just plain dream making. If you have a story to share, or a movie review, restaurant critique, or just a coincidental thing that happened to you, call in free 888-994-4995 right now. Sit back and enjoy your lunch break at the Brooklyn Cafe. Here are your hosts, Dawn and Freddie S.
Through, what do you call a lot of rain?
A lot of rain. A rainstorm?
A monsoon, a
monsoon?
A monsoon? I thought that was like a bug, like an animal. A monsoon.
That's a mammoth?
No, something smaller.
A moose?
Okay.
A monsoon?
A monsoon, yes. I just drove through a monsoon, and my goodness gracious, I love the rain because it washes my car. My car is spick and span.
You made it back on time, too.
And I made it back on time. And here we be. Welcome, welcome, welcome to the cafe. We are doing our midday show. And today it's a special Friday because we got show after show after show after. When I came in here, I was trying to watch Teddy Unscripted.
It was over.
Because that was Mia that was with her, right?
Yes.
I couldn't tell because the rain was peltering so hard, so harsh, that I couldn't see the road. So I said, do I see the show or I see the road? I said, I better stick to watching
Stick to the road. I had the show covered, but we got that going. Teddy, she did our show until 10. She was back here by 10:31 from remote running our show to here. We did Teddy Unscripted back to back. We went right into In the Buzz with B. And while we were doing that, then we went into Callaway's Corner at 11:30. But in between B's show and Fuego at 11:20, we did a voiceover for a new Week in Review video segment that Valerie's putting together.
I saw.
Plus, we had Amy Rashevsky. She came in, a beautiful new tabletop that she brought. We're going to
show that in the second
up
hour.
On our 1 o'clock hour. So a lot of great things happening in our studio, a lot of moving parts. Still not really any guests in studio, which is fine. We've had our crew in studio and, new precautions in place. We have to train everyone on what that is, and a lot of antiseptic, and I found paper towels, and I found toilet paper in bulk, so that's being shipped. I hope it gets here today and it's not sits in the rain tomorrow.
We have to thank Jody for that?
Yes, so thank you to Jody at WWNN for that. I am still having a hard time. I cannot find disinfecting wipes. I cannot find disinfecting spray. I did a workaround that will hold us for temporarily because we've got lots of studios to clean in between. But we have a full show today. We had forward thinking on this morning about the holistic approach, mind, body, and spirit to healing yourself physically, emotionally, spiritually, and they are here to help anything and anyone that you need. So you can contact them at Forward Thinking. We had Maria and Alex joining us, and this afternoon we have credit repair. We've got United Credit Education Services joining us. We've got Wayne with Dignity Memorial, Southeast Florida. He has another webinar coming out on Tuesday, May 19th at 6 o'clock p.m. 1 o'clock hour, we've got the law offices of Pamela Polani, and then because it is Friday, our last official day of the week that we have opened up, we are celebrating.
What are we celebrating?
We are celebrating that it is Friday.
So you're just celebrating?
We're celebrating that it's Friday because you got to live every day like it is the day, live every day in the present. So we are celebrating. And we are opening, shall I tell you?
Tell me, because as you do that, I'm going to share out the show.
We are opening our last bottle of wine that we got on our wine tasting, the Golden Sparkling Wine. Yes, because we are celebrating with our crew because we have persevered. We have gotten through this. Our crew is here. They are strong. They are working hard. They are wearing their masks. They are washing their hands. We are taking our precautions, and we are going and growing. And
then I have a question for you.
Yes.
You're going to open up my favorite bottle, okay? But the question is this. If they're all wearing their masks, how are they going to drink?
They're going to all separate themselves in different places in the studio, so there'll be much distance between them. And we're having Dawn Cliff, the wine chick, come on and give us a quick synopsis of this incredible golden wine that we're going to be drinking to end our show, to end our week as we go into a new week and things open up a little bit more next week safely and cautiously.
Okay, I'm all in.
You all in? And that would be why the glasses are on the table. And we've got Mia back with us. We've got our mixologist joining us. So after today, next Friday, we're going back to starting Mia's Mixology.
Now, did Mia bring her small fingers or her large fingers? Because you know Mia, when she pours and she says 3 fingers, it's like 15 feet.
It's a large finger pour, exactly.
I gotta tell you, we have to watch Mia because she has the loosey-goosey fingers.
It's a large finger pour, but I'm glad she's back. I don't know, we gotta find out what's going on with FAU and colleges, and I think everything is online. So, you know, our crew is here and they're interns, some of them are out of school. They're working really, really hard. They are really an incredible group.
They are. I got Valerie doing 17,000 things
Everything.
over there.
Mm-hmm.
I got a new. Now, did you see what Callaway did? The way he put in some elements.
He did.
That was his pictures when he
Yep.
was a puppy. His parents told him to fit it on the show, which is kind of cool. This is more about the stuff that I want to do during the show
Yeah.
as well. We're going to have our producers putting segments together, brought to you by them. And we're going to be talking about different places, and then they're going to be interviewing people offline, online, and everything in between. It's going to
I'm
be a lot
hoping
of fun.
Teddy gets a little bit of a breather because, you know, a 30-minute show, it's a lot of moving parts to get in and out in 30 minutes. On our show,
I can't give her a breather. I got something else for her to do.
I'm hoping she can sit back for a few minutes anyway. And
She's sitting back right now.
Is she sitting back right now? She's relaxing?
We should put her on the set and just make her continue to work.
They're all working really hard. I have to tell you, we have pushed them. They're laughing. We pushed them to such limits, I feel, this week. I did not even sleep last night because we left here after the 2-minute warning. I went home. I don't remember if I ate. I might have eaten. I don't remember. Took a shower and then continued to send out emails, recap the shows of the 2-minute warning, do all the things for today, and then start again for this morning. I don't even think I went to sleep.
Where's my violin?
I don't think I went to sleep.
So what?
You just keep going.
Just keep going and growing. Don't worry about it. You're going to have the weekend. You get to rest. Oh, I forgot to tell you. The thing we were going to do on Saturday is back on from 8 o'clock in the morning to 4 o'clock in the afternoon.
Where's it going to be?
So we have to do it here.
I don't think
So you have to be here at 6 o'clock in the morning. So don't go to sleep no more.
I won't go to sleep tonight. But I know that's not true,
not true.
because I know the Rotary Club and I know
Not true, it's not
Boca Raton Helping Hands. They
Not
are
yet, anyway.
doing it in June.
In June, okay.
So we're going to work with them. We're going to do a big push out with them, give them some radio time on WWNN, and really, really get the appropriate visibility that an event like this needs, because our food pantries are running low all over the community, and it's time to restock them. So if you have extra food, extra non-perishables in your cupboards, put them away, save them. While you restock for hurricane season, maybe buy an extra can or two or an extra box of something that when this food drive comes to be, you'll be able to donate and help restock the shelves of our community. And your community, if you're not within Boca, I know there's a food bank that could certainly use your help as well. So check that out and more to come. We're going to talk to them and really give them a big push out. Do you know that video I did on the push-ups is still growing? Somehow it keeps recirculating. I don't know where that keeps popping up from.
I've been sharing it out to different
Again
platforms.
and again?
No, I share it to, all of a sudden people are asking me to join platforms. You know, there's one, I think it's called Open Boca and things of that nature, and they want the material in there because they want people to feel like, listen, it's okay, we're gonna be all right, and they sort of like the show.
Oh, I need to ask Teddy if you have the picture that we can upload from yesterday that Danielle Boujon did. Now, this entire picture, the whole sequence she did was all done with editing. We were all across the theater. She put up a white backdrop, and every single picture was done individually.
I didn't even see when you guys took them because I was over here talking to
And
some
it
other
was
people.
boom, boom, boom. She did them each individually, and when she sent us that last night, including the branded masks, amazing, right?
Yes, we
And
have to
she's
show
making,
that.
I sent you the funky one she sent us that you and me together without masks. And I told her we look crazy. And she said she's going to make us a new one because we both look kind of crazy in it. But she's
But now
incredible.
everybody wants the mask that says
I
the
know.
Brooklyn Cafe on it, so you're going to have to order them from some
I got to tell you, my mask, I love my mask that I got from VacMD. It is. If I saw that, I'd be like, you really got to wash it. I think I really need to wash it every day. It just goes to show you. You know how they do the blue light and they put the germs on things and you can see when you touch things what it looks like? With my makeup, I can truly see everything that touches the mask. If you don't wear makeup, you have no idea what the inside of your mask looks like unless you put a light over it. I got to tell you, it's freaky, gross, and scary, and it's my own mask.
Just wash it.
I'm going to, but when you see what it is, you go, wow.
You know, some people have been wearing the same mask over and over. Like one of the masks I have, I finally threw it away yesterday because I've been wearing it over and over. I didn't wash it. I didn't have another one. Now I have more. I can only imagine what first responders masks look like.
I know.
That must really be tough. But anyway, I just wanted to say that somebody came down. They let me know they came down to get some masks, and they took it to some first responders down in Fort Lauderdale. And they're all wearing them, and they say that those masks, those HEPA filters is what it's called, are the most remarkable thing in the world. They're lightweight around the ears, and they actually are good on the face, and it's not an N95, because that thing is like a suction cup on your face, but for what they want it for, they're using them, and they wanted to do a shout out to her to let her know that they appreciate having
Kimberly at Vacuum Day, we're going to give her a call because I loved it. I sent her the picture and she went, that's my mask. And yes, it absolutely is. I wear a lot of masks, but that one, it's easy, except I see my makeup in it. But it's kind of good because it makes you realize you have to clean it.
The funniest thing is that the mask is bigger than your head.
Yeah, I didn't realize how big it was until I saw the picture.
Hector came up with the idea. There's a company that does dartboards. You know, so they're going to have one made with you wearing the mask.
It's hilarious,
and they're going to put numbers on it. We're going to play darts on it. We think it's fantastic.
It's hilarious.
It's the funniest thing we've ever seen, but it's a great picture.
It's what Danielle did was remarkable. And our crew who is here, there's still pizza in the refrigerator because Pizza District is the official pizzeria of the Brooklyn Cafe Show. So a huge shout out to them. And while you're figuring out what you're going to be eating this weekend, if it's a rainy day or not a rainy day, give them a call. Pizza District on Southwest 18th Street and Powerline Road. Call Nico, tell him the Brooklyn Cafe sent you. They do delivery, they do pickup, and my assumption is they're probably open for at least 25% capacity.
Yeah, I'm going to tell you something. His food is dynamite.
You got to try his chicken parm sub.
Just get a pizza.
The baked wings.
Do New York style. Get a double deuce pizza, and you flap it, one inside the other. It's kind of cool.
So we still have that for lunch also. And you should see what our refrigerator looks like.
No, I bought spaghetti.
We've got spaghetti, we got pizza, I got blueberries. It looks like a real refrigerator.
And I want to try
wine.
this vegan cheese, this yeast that you guys all tried yesterday. I haven't tried that either.
Teddy did a video, and I need to get some hot pasta. Maybe I'll take it home this weekend and do a cooking segment with it. Hector did a great cooking segment also.
You see this? Hector has a following.
Hector is funny.
Hector has all sorts of people following how to make a cookie.
And people are waiting for the cookies.
I told him to get dressed up as the Cookie Monster. Like a costume, you know, like a hairy blue thing, and he would be phenomenal.
But that was a great piece, and it's on 20/20 Vision. So
now, you
there's
know
a
what
lot of
I'm
things.
doing? What time is the first, guys?
As soon as they tell us they're on.
Do you know what I'm doing this weekend?
What?
It's Gubba weekend. I am going to have my Gubba, because I like the Gubba with a little soda. Freddie loves this with a little soda, he says.
Okay.
But I'm going to have that one over there with a little splash of seltzer water and a little lime.
Okay.
And I'm just going to ease up because the weather's not going to be good this weekend. If it's raining, then it's time to watch the movies.
I have to tell you, I think after 2 months of quarantine and working, I've
You
gotten
ready to go
through. No, I'm ready to watch TV.
I am so freaking tired.
I'm ready to watch a movie. I have not. My daughter sat down last night, and they now have Disney Plus in my house. And she says, Mom, there's this great show called Encore. So she saved Annie for me. She saved a bunch of shows to watch with me. So I sat down with her 10 o'clock last night. I sent my emails, 10:40, I was out. And that was my sleep. By 11 o'clock, I was up for the rest of the night.
That's what happened. You fell asleep too soon.
I fell asleep too soon. But the premise is if you were in high school theater class and whatever show you were in, they've now do an encore performance of you as an adult. So it's not like they're replaying your show from high school. As an adult now you go and you do it. So we watched Annie. And all these people that did Annie in high school and all their stories and then share what's happened from high school to now. And you got to see them go back to dancing and singing and figuring it out and all the things that have changed. People now traveling back to their hometown, leaving their kids home, stay in a hotel to put their final performance on again as an encore. It's interesting.
I wanted to ask, do you think that the producers would entertain my thought if we were to put a camera on them so that each one can show me a gubba dance.
Absolutely, maybe.
You think so?
I don't know.
They can dance.
We'll have to ask them and see.
I think it'd be funny. We could do 4 pieces and right here, boom, 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 and then put it out next week, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday.
We'll have to ask them and see. I think some of our guests are having a hard time connecting, so I see they're calling the studio instead, which is fine. So we're going to bring them over.
Did you do it again?
Did I do it again? Did
The
I tell them to
numbers?
call 888-994-4995?
The numbers.
I don't know, but we're gonna go to commercial break. We're going to check our guests and bring them over because it's a very important segment. We're talking United Credit Education Services, how to repair your credit. This was a topic that we discussed before everything that happened, and you know what? It's another topic that needs to be revisited and build a relationship and trust. United Credit Education Services, see how they can help you. So we're going to go to a quick commercial break. When we come back, we've got Maria joining us, and we've got her partner, I believe it's Melissa, so stay tuned, and we'll be right back.
Sometimes you need to shake things up a bit, to be a little adventurous, to make your meals pop. Don Pablo Coffee Growers and Roasters has that special ingredient. That little bit of adventure in a bottle to take your dinner to the next level. So take a leap and try one of Don Pablo's fresh roasted specialty coffee meat rubs on your beef, chicken, or pork. You'll never go back to boring again. Go ahead, rub it on your meat.
Hey everyone, this is Jeff, your branding specialist with Promo Stuff For You. So we're entering the new year. By now everybody has gotten their corporate gift, so this time of year generally is quiet with the exception of marketing departments trying to figure out what they're going to do for 2020. So it's really important that a company figures out and does proper planning throughout the year as to what type of marketing they want to do. At Promo Stuff For You, I love being able to sit down with a client and figuring exactly what they want to do, when they want to do it, and time it with the various events that they might have coming up.
The way you live your life says a lot about you. The way you choose to commemorate your lifetime can say even more. It's a single event that speaks volumes. So how do you celebrate a life? Dignity Memorial Providers believe that your memorial service should be as unique as you are, reflecting your personality and your passions. It should be a perfectly tailored send-off, a fitting tribute for family and friends to celebrate the person they love. We're professionals at catering to your every need, right down to the catering. In fact, no detail is too small. So when it comes time for a fitting tribute, we'll see that your final wishes are beautifully fulfilled. It's what Dignity Memorial Providers are known for. And why you should rely on us to see that your life is well celebrated. The celebration of a lifetime begins here.
You've been watching the Brooklyn Cafe Show. Join us each day and after hours as we talk about the hot topics to open the conversations and share a few laughs. Now, back to Dawn and Freddie S.
And we're back.
And we're back at the Brooklyn Cafe Show. Man, Valerie's lunch smells really good.
Hey, Valerie, you can't do that when we're on the set. Because I'm going to drop my mic and go and take your food away.
Smells like chicken soup. Valerie, what are you having for lunch?
My goodness gracious.
Meatballs. Oh my gosh. Greek meatballs. Did your
Greek?
mom make them?
Are you Greek? So how do you know they're any good?
They smell amazing. All I can tell you is lunch smells really good here at the cafe. People are going to start thinking we're a restaurant. Could be kind of
Well,
fun.
we're going to be having, next week,
We're going to give him a call, yes.
next week we have a surprise. We may be going into the food business.
Food and rum, you know what? It's all good to me.
You know, a giant cookie that when you bite into it has brandy, like a brandy chocolate.
There you go.
You like brandy chocolate? Right?
Yeah, absolutely. Any kind of chocolate I'm good with. I think we've got Maria on the line with us from United Credit Education Services. I'm not sure if we have her video, but we're going to have a little chat with her. Hi, Maria.
Hi. I'm on the phone.
Okay. How are you doing?
Doing good. Doing good.
And do we have your partner with us? No.
Melissa?
All right. Melissa's not with us. So tell us about United Credit Education Services. Tell us about what you all do.
What we do is what I do, I'm a agent referral. So what I do is, it's really, we do it on Facebook a lot, Instagram, we go online, and what I do is I post and people message me, and they message me and I question them about what they need. So then we have a portal, and they get on that portal, and they sign up with their services, and that's basically, it's pretty simple. And they get to the credit score that they need. So we don't have any contracts, which is really good, and it makes them happy because every client has their different needs. Some of them just have medical bills. Some of them want to get that home, and they just need a notch. And the price is really great. It's $189 down, the $100 down, and then it's $89 a month. And we help with budgeting and different services depending on their needs. And it's really great. It's really great. And they get all excited and they get happy. It's really rewarding because they get all happy and excited about it. And I love that feeling. It's very rewarding to hear them get excited.
And how do people know, if they want credit repair, they need to look at their credit score first, right? Is there a magic threshold? And Freddie, maybe you know more than I do on this, that you look at and say, oh my gosh, I'm in trouble, I need help. Again, it goes to the mindset like we talked about today. If you can't financially feel secure and when you go to bed at night and you wake up in the morning sick to your stomach because you're, here we go again, this might be a great opportunity to restart, to restructure.
Well, and that's interesting because what I want to ask, if you have, let's say an average credit score, because everything now is based on credit score. You can't even get an apartment if your credit score isn't decent because it shows allegedly character. Don't shoot the messenger. But now under these circumstances that the game has changed and credit score has changed, I want to ask, how does the current circumstance affect credit scoring? I know that everybody's giving you 3 months, 2 months, 1 month. Not everybody, but a lot of people are. And then what if you can't make ends meet and your credit score begins to dip? How does that affect your future in credit scoring?
Maria or Melissa?
I'm here. Go on, Melissa.
In regards to your future, whenever you have a credit score and for some reason it dips, you definitely want to find out why it's going down. There's a number of factors. It could be your credit cards. You could be over your limit as far as not paying them down far enough. It could be an old debt that has come on. It could be a number of reasons that your credit score has gone down. The best way to handle that is, of course, getting a copy of your credit report to find out what has occurred, and then getting with a specialist so they can help you get it back to where it should be. The main goal for anyone who's definitely trying to stay on a financial upbringing, you want to do the best as far as educating yourself on how to keep your score on the average at an 800 or more.
And that's a
800, wow.
800 is where you want, that's A paper. America is at the 500 level, 600 level, which needs a lot of work.
Well, is there a way to fix your credit if you don't have a good credit score without filing bankruptcy or without, adverse effects?
There's definitely a way to help yourself. However, it's a lot of work. Whenever you're trying to help yourself increase your credit score, you have to remember there are 3 agencies. You have TransUnion, Experian, and Equifax. So all 3 of the bureaus are there. So in some instances, a lot of the creditors are not reporting to all of them because by law, they don't really have to. However, that is a way to keep you credit worthy when they do report. So if your score dips, you definitely want to go in, look at all three, but you have to actually work on all three at the same time in order to see any type of real increase that stays. When you do one at a time, it does hurt you because you have one going this way, the other one going another. I mean, you definitely want to work on them all at one time. Make sure you keep your credit cards below 30%, and that's all credit cards below 30%. And just constantly watching and making sure you're making great decisions when it comes to your finances.
And can you help people work on all three at once? Because honestly, that sounds way too overwhelming for anything I'd want to take on myself.
Yes, we do have a way. Our company, United Credit Education Services, helps all three at the same time. So we go after all three of them. So whenever you sign up with our company, all three of the credit bureaus are notified at the same time. So you get this massive influx of a score jumping to a higher length. Most cases, within a month and a half to 2 months, you see a major increase.
Wow.
Especially if it's medical bills, credit cards, things of that nature.
In a month and a half?
Now, let me ask, Now, let me ask, do you guys put strategies together for first-time home buyers so that they can get the best possible deal when it comes to credit?
Yes. My background, I was a realtor for 20 years. So what I try to do is help and assist individuals who are trying to purchase a home. Right now, as we know, the FHA guidelines has made it so that anyone who wants to purchase, your score needs to be at 670 or above. So when we sit them down, the main goal is don't buy anything, don't use your cards. Our main focus is getting all of the derogatory and negative items off and things that have been put on twice. So we do set them up on a plan to get those things done, and we're watching them on a monthly basis. And we also have a mortgage company that helps as well in different cities to make sure each person is going by the particular guidelines they're set up to in order to be approved.
Well, that's amazing. FHA now is 670 and above. In the day, FHA was 500 and above.
So that means you have to have a better credit
You have
score.
to have better credit because when the bubble burst, they said no more of that nonsense. See, in the day it was different. But you know, it's really, really important what they're talking about for our young kids that are going to buy their first home, getting married. I mean, when things get back to a little bit of normalcy, you want to have somebody who understands the complexities of what's going on right now. This is what I admire this piece, because I used to be in the mortgage business. I was very good in the mortgage business. I used to be a specialist to get people's credits down because these kind of organizations didn't exist. So they used to come to us. Sometimes I had to work with them 6-8 months before they were bank ready to buy a house.
That's why I can't believe they're saying a month to a month and a half. And
Amazing.
to start, you say it's only $189?
It is only $188 to get started. What I mean by in a couple of months, I mean certain instances. I'm not saying every single person your score is going to just fly up to 800 or 700. Most instances, we're finding individuals having medical bills is a major that is on their credit. You're looking at those coming off quickly, which gives you a massive boost in the beginning. Our company allows 4 to 6 months on the actual to get it to the normal between 7 and 800. If you're at a 5, it's about 4 to 6 months. So in the first couple of months, you will see an influx because those things do come out first, and that gives you that huge flux of a score jump. So say if you only need 670 and your score is 550. In actuality, it could take you 3 months to get it to where you need it to purchase. So, but to be credit worthy and to get your finances on track and, to be 750 to 8, 4 to 6 months in actuality.
But that's still not so bad. It's like, you think about it, like we talked about obesity and these things that take a lifetime to get to where you are, to be able to see a significant increase or benefit 3 months, 6 months, it's a short period of time to clean up.
But she can say that because she's going to show you the right
It's
way
amazing.
of doing it. You know, let me ask, there are these credit agencies, and I'm not going to use any names, that give you credit scores. And from my experience, the scores are they're inconsistent. When you guys run, number one, should you run your credit score? Because when you run it, it sort of dips a little bit. I don't know if that's changed. Number two, what kind of credit reporting agency should you use? Because if you open up your phone, they'll send you apps, oh, get your credit score, and this won't hurt your numbers. Next thing you know, you're getting 400 advertisements because they're selling your information. So what is the best way of getting your credit score?
If you want to, if you want to get your credit score, you can go directly to annualcreditscore.com. Each year, you can get one report per year. So you can definitely get it that way. If you know you have issues, you can go to a credit repair agency. Of course, we show you your credit report. So on your portal, you'll get to see your credit report, see what's going on. But once a year, you are entitled to a credit report. So your annualcreditreport.com is where you can go and do that.
And it won't dip?
It won't, no. It's you're entitled to one.
Yeah, I love that it can give you peace of mind to say, you know what, I've got a plan in place and I'm working towards bettering it. And I think the more plans we have in place to better whether it be our credit score or our health, you feel like you're making an attempt to get on the right track instead of floundering and going, I can't get out from under, I don't know what to do next. There are options and they can help. And you do all of this virtually, right? You don't have to, because you're where, in Jacksonville, Melissa? I think Maria's in Tampa?
Yes, I'm in Tampa.
Correct.
Tampa.
Mm-hmm. And I'm in Jacksonville, yes. We do everything virtually.
And ladies, I want to also ask, because and I'm talking to you from, the 90s to 2000s when I was in the game. So things have changed. There used to be a saying that sometimes bad credit or no credit is just as bad as having bad credit. So I want to talk a little bit about millennials coming out of school.
Student loans.
And having student loans, having a hard time paying for them, not having any credit card debt in there, that kind of credit. But they still want to be able to rent an apartment. You can't get an apartment if you don't show credit. You can't get FPL without a decent credit report. How do you overcome that obstacle?
Basically, it's the same way. When they join our program, a lot of them have defaulted in their student loans, so we help them get that back on track. But we also have ways to boost your score. So, for instance, if they are trying to get their credit score up, we have a prepaid card, secured credit card, that helps you with that, and that boosts your score up. If they were renting, say, in college or anything like that, we have something called Credit My Rent, which is also on our program, and they can supply Credit My Rent 6 months to a year worth of statements showing they paid their rent on a monthly basis. That creates a score. So you can actually get a boost from that. So a lot of people don't know that because most landlords do not report it unless you're negative. And so but that is a way to get your credit score up. 2 ways to be exact. So you got your secured credit card and Credit My Rent are 2 main ways that I help individuals like millennials get their score up.
They've got some great options.
I like that. I mean, this is out of the box thinking. Now for them, because they're in the business, I mean, you and I are sitting here going, holy smokes. But think about it. I look around and these kids are trying to get into apartments and trying to get credit scores and trying. And every day is another try. But there are options out there, which I think is great.
Yeah, from the kids to people that haven't been able to pay their rent. What about, coming out of this situation right now when people maybe have not been able to pay their rent? They're not supposed to be negative marks on your credit score. People who are now leveraging their credit cards because they need to feed their family. Can you help with this type of situation? Is there a little more leniency coming out of what we're coming out of?
Yes. We definitely, I've been contacted from individuals who are homeless and they can't even get a home at this time. So we're trying desperately. Of course, I waive my fees and try to get them into the program quickly in order to assist them with getting that score up within a month and a half so they have a place for their families. So that is a way to assist them quickly. But as far as getting with the credit bureaus, it's still the same steps. But on our end, we try to be a little lenient to try to help them. We understand that their score in most cases has to be 650 or above to even rent an apartment or a home. And sometimes it's even higher than 650 depending on the property management company. So there's no leniency when it comes to that. I know in certain states, the governors are telling the landlords not to report it, not to evict, so that won't go on their report. But if their scores have dipped because they are using their credit cards and they're not able to pay them down, we definitely help them. We do understand this is a time for everybody to come together and try to help each other. So that's what we are doing.
How can people get in touch with you?
My number is 904-295-4248. I also sent over our link and website that also shows our
Okay. And Maria, how about you?
My phone number is 813-670-4180. And they can just call me and we can go through the next steps. Or they can email me if they'd like at Mannone, Mannone 33 @iCloud.com. And I can send them the link and then we can go from there.
And Maria's in Tampa?
Maria's in Tampa and Melissa is in Jacksonville.
And they will work with you. It doesn't matter where they're at. They will work with you anywhere in the state.
Yep.
And get you prep ready. And because, when this thing begins to unfold, now some of the people that we work with are getting into the real estate game because they don't know when they're going to go back to work. And it's not my story to tell, but I'm hoping they're watching today because I was in that game for a long time. And having somebody like these two ladies on your team is vital. Very vital. Don't think that even purchasing a home, opening up a business, a kid with their first credit, don't think you can handle all the different angles that are going to be coming upon you. Have somebody who knows the right way of doing it. They can advise you, and then keep track of them. Stay in touch with them. Let them know what you're trying to accomplish.
They'll set up a program for you. Thank you, ladies. Maria and Melissa of United Credit Education Services. If you need more contact information, let us know. We will get you in contact with them. I'd like to do more with them. I'd like to put a program together because, like we did this morning on the mental health and physical, so much of your financial health impacts your emotional and your physical health.
If they're going to have the same person, they're going to be talking to the same person with what's going on with us right now.
We're going to go to commercial break. Thank you, ladies, so much. Be safe. We'll follow up with you. And when we come back, we've got Doreen Henry joining us from Dignity Memorial, Southeast Florida. Save the date, May 19th, Tuesday at 6 o'clock p.m. We're going to go to a quick break. Thank our sponsors, and we will be right back.
The benefits of CBD are well known, but not all CBD is equal. At your CBD store, our award-winning products are made from organic industrial hemp. Your CBD store products are third-party tested for purity, and we offer a wide variety of products to meet your needs and preferences. From water solubles, topical creams and oil drops, to pet products. Visit your CBD store and let our knowledgeable staff guide you. Your CBD store.
The way you live your life says a lot about you. The way you choose to commemorate your lifetime can say even more. It's a single event that speaks volumes. So how do you celebrate a life? Dignity Memorial Providers believe that your memorial service should be as unique as you are, reflecting your personality and your passions. It should be a perfectly tailored send-off, a fitting tribute for family and friends to celebrate the person they love. We're professionals at catering to your every need, right down to the catering. In fact, no detail is too small. So when it comes time for a fitting tribute, we'll see that your final wishes are beautifully fulfilled. It's what Dignity Memorial Providers are known for. And why you should rely on us to see that your life is well celebrated. The celebration of a lifetime begins here.
Healing Moments Wellness Boutique specializes in integrating scientific and ancient therapies to relieve physical, emotional, and psychological distress. Through the power of touch, coaching, and meditation, clients experience pain relief, relaxation, healing, and detoxification. Contact Healing Moments Wellness Boutique at 561-931-2187 and experience Boca Raton's Healing Haven. Enjoy the benefits of an individualized treatment plan to help find your feelings of peace, complete balance, and wellness. Call Healing Moments today, 561-931-2187, and be rejuvenated.
You've been watching the Brooklyn Cafe Show. Join us each day and after hours as we talk about the hot topics to open the conversations and share a few laughs. Now, back to Dawn and Freddie S.
Ready. Contrary to popular belief,
Yes.
that'd be your bell on the floor. It is pouring outside is all I can tell you. Happy Friday, everyone. I think that last segment was really, really crucial on sharing some information.
Good stuff.
United Credit, Education Services. We had Maria and Melissa on. We are more than happy to get you their information. Just make the phone call. For $188 for the initial month, they help put a plan in place, get your credit score, put something together for you. And in virtually, in my mind, that's a short period of time. If you think how many years it's taken you to get your credit where it is, even one bad illness, I mean, you know what one stay in the hospital can cost you, and what your mental health, what that does to you every day when you wake up and have that. We never know what life is going to have in store for us, so live each day, give them a call, they will help you out. And on that same note, we got Wayne Henry joining us from Dignity Memorial, Southeast Florida. Talk about never knowing what tomorrow's going to hold for you, right? There he is. He's
And
always
there
so
it is.
smiley.
Hey guys.
Hey, listen, I want to, before you get started, I just want to congratulate, was it Olga that did that Spanish over, or was that the company?
So that was an event that we've done across Florida. So it's our teams across Florida, that event in Spanish.
That was outstanding. I get to play that every day on Fuego, on our Latin station. Outstanding. And people are becoming more aggressive in asking. I tell you, among Hispanics, celebration of life is like, what are you talking about? You bring the body into the house again? No, that's not what we're talking about, but that's what they're thinking. And now they're getting educated little by little. They're beginning to understand that whole concept of what you guys bring. And I love to watch it. Everybody from different parts of the world are on that show, people that are local on that show, the Hispanics, and they're like, you can see the finger go up and like, look at this.
It's a lot of information. Wayne, you've had an event coming out again on Tuesday, another webinar.
Yeah, so we're quite excited, benefit from the COVID. Everything is, we're being more creative in what we're doing. And we're trying lots of new things. And so we had a great success last week. We did a pizza and pre-planning event across our teams all across Florida. It was a big event and using technology. allowed us to do something that we'd never done before. So it's kind of a big experiment, but it's great to have a collaboration across our teams across Florida. The guys who gave the presentation are based in Tampa. They're hilarious. They're seasoned professionals. They've been doing this for a long time. So they're very comfortable presenting and funny guys. So I'm glad that they actually gave the presentation itself. So they're going to be doing it again. And basically, just join us online. It's all free. 6 o'clock. There's a registration link. You just put in your details. We'll send you a link. You can join from the comfort of your home. Watch, what we're about. A little bit more detail about, why you should consider putting your pre-arrangements in place. And then we offer to have an online appointment with one of our counselors near you. So in this area, it could be one of my colleagues. To meet you online, and during that meeting or after, we're going to actually order a pizza for you and have it delivered right to your house. So it's been a little bit of fun to do that. We've been busy meeting people virtually to do that, and it's been fun to kind of join online information sessions that we've been giving.
How's the response been? What are some comments you're getting from people?
Yeah, I think people are you're seeing that as an advantage. It's like, all you need, we don't have to go anywhere, and we can actually get, things delivered to us. And then, to have the online meetings, it's been, pretty easy. I've even had 90-year-olds who managed to get their iPad out and get the app, and we're able to do our online appointments. I can show them, different choices for them to consider. It's been pretty easy for people, and we're delighted that we found a workaround, so people can stay safe. You don't have to worry about getting exposed to anything. And outside of that, I think a lot of people generally, a lot of people are a bit older in life. Maybe they're nervous about driving anywhere. So I think, COVID or not, I think some of these tools that we've developed, we're going to be using forever now. Just for people's convenience. So it's kind of fun to, play around with the different things we can do with technology, for the convenience and, broader scope. We've had other ways. We've met with people and I said, oh, well, my daughter's in New York. Do you think that she could join the online call as well? So things like that. It's been a great advantage into, getting other family members in. So we can, go through things with everyone that's, has an opinion or wants to be involved. So it's been quite fun.
I think part of what this whole COVID, I don't even like putting a name to it. It has given people workaround options and programs that can stay in place. And I think these webinars that you have put together, it enables people from anywhere and everywhere to log in and see what they have to offer without having to get in the car, without saying, oh my gosh, I gotta get out of work, or my husband, doesn't drive, we're older, it's raining, it's nighttime. You don't have to worry about renting a space anymore. What's convenient, and you're sending food to them anyway. So it seems to be, it's a win-win. And then once things open up, you can have that personal conversation, that face-to-face meeting, should you need to.
Yeah, and things are, I'm just hearing from the funeral directors now, the regulations have been a little bit relaxed. So before, strictly we could have services in the funeral home up to only 10 people. With max social distancing now, it's up to, I think it's a quarter of normal capacity. So, now we can allow 40 or 50 people in for a funeral service. Everyone has to wear a mask, but that allows family members to have a bit more people in if they want to. So,
and I know it's totally changing. My girlfriend's dad passed away, and he had all his pre-arrangements done at Star of David, and she had told me that I think they were even going to be doing a Zoom funeral. They were going to be able to try and, because she lives out of state, she was not allowed to come in, and her sister's in another state, and they would have had to quarantine. So one of, I think, the hardest things about this is family members can't be at the services, and I know Dignity has done a workaround to bring families together to be able to join in, unfortunately, a sad situation.
I was going to ask, have more people at least had the conversation about what's going on? Because normally, especially those that have lost somebody, have a tendency of sitting down and say, okay, wait, let's have this conversation because they lost somebody. But have people become more aware about maybe it's time to take care of the situation now that we have more than enough time on our hands before we're reopening, to think about doing the right thing and to doing the right thing for your family, for your kids and everything else, and just have the conversation? Has that at least increased?
Yeah, certainly. I actually spoke to a woman a couple of days ago. She gave me a call, and I spoke to her, and I said, you know, so what brought you to give me a call? You know, because sometimes, you know, people get bad news from the doctor, you know, and they're like, oh, my doctor told me I need to put things in order. And she's like, no, I'm fine, I'm healthy. I've been putting this off for a few years, and, you know, right now with the daily reminder on the news, you know, virus, and, you know, every minute people died and everything else. And she said, you know, that kind of constant reminder, and that kind of encouraged me to, you know, just give you a call and just get this space. I had been putting it off, and I helped her, and she said, you know, thank you. I'm glad I finally got this done, and I wish it was under different circumstances, but it could have been worse, and at least it's done now, and I'm glad I did it. So, yeah, we are seeing some people, you know, with the constant news of things right now. You know, it's not a health scare for themselves, but, you know, it is a reminder that we are mortal, and we all should be thinking about this, and, you know, planning. We plan lots of things. A lot of people put this off, unfortunately, and leave it for their family to deal with.
And you still have specials going on through the end of May through Dignity.
Yeah. So the best one that I've ever seen is for our cemetery. So if you are looking for, you know, more traditional, you know, place for your remains, either casketed remains or cremation urn. Across all of our cemeteries, we have offers going. Pay 15% down, and that's for the plot, grape liner, heads that you can put in any area you want. The minimum you have to put in is there the plot or the niche or the mausoleum space. Up to 15%, you can put 15% down, and you get 15% off. And then they put 0% interest payment plan up to 5 years, and your first payment is not due for 90 days.
That's tremendous.
That's pretty cool. I've never seen anything like that before. And then from the funeral side, if you want your funeral arrangements in place, you know, we have 3, 5, and up to 10-year payment plans available to people. And for Brooklyn Cafe listeners, I can give an immediate 10% off. That's a special deal I can offer you guys. And the deal right now is you make your first payment. You don't need 10% down or 50% down. It's just you choose a payment plan, 3, 5, or 10 years. We'll take you a 5-year plan, 60 equal payments. You just make that first payment to lock everything in, get everything set up. And then you don't need to make another payment for 90 days.
How you like that? You went through this whole thing, right? And I think for me, sitting through it with you, I realized that the payment of what it is far less than I ever anticipated. It was one of those things like when you open your tax return, you go, oh God, what do I owe? When you got to the end of the presentation, I thought, oh my gosh, what's this going to be? And when you broke it down over however many years it was quite manageable.
Well, the object of the game here is that nobody wants to prep for the end. But, and you go through it and it sort of stuns you for a second. And then you regroup. And now, you know, I'm thinking about the other half that has to be done. And I think about...
You can get a discount.
And you can get a discount. But those are all the bells and whistles. I'm just talking about
peace of mind.
Peace of mind, because obviously you want to be able to do things that you would like to see. You know, I was astounded that my son said, well, you know, we're cremating you. And everybody knows the story. And I said, I don't want that. All of a sudden, they took it out of my hands. So if you want to do it the way you want it done, you got to find a way. But all I'm asking people to do right now, because I understand what we're going through and money's tight and everybody's in the same boat, I get it, is you pick up your phone and you do what they call in the business in the old days, they used to call it an X date. So you have a conversation with Wayne, right? And maybe 6 months, 3 months, 4 months, hopefully you're okay. You're going to do something with him and you X date it when things get back to normal a little bit more, when things get back where you're generating income and things of that nature. And you apply for it now. Now, you had said that if people sign with you also, that there's a length where they'll put off for a month or two for the next payment, Wayne?
Yeah, so both the cemetery and the funeral offers right now, the end of May, you do first payment. So cemetery, we need, you can do 10 or 15% down. Funeral is that first payment, and then you don't need to make another payment for 90 days.
So there you have it. So now you're thinking correctly. You're on point. Something happens. I took care of some other business with my son Freddie as well because, I mean, he's right. You know, the funny thing is when people are right, they're right. What are you going to say? I can't hide from the inevitable, right? And at least I got to experience that whole thing here. They were nice enough to show me what it would look like. You know, I would make it mandatory in the contract that you get a little party so you know what it's going to look like because I wouldn't see it. I wouldn't have been here.
Right,
if
the
that had
celebration of
happened.
life.
That celebration of life part of this thing. It's phenomenal. The people, the outpouring that comes out, my God, that touches anybody's heart. And then you get to look around at how it affects, you know, I got 3 kids and I haven't done anything. And I saw that happening that night. I saw people talking to themselves that night. Just have a conversation.
And businesses as well. Wayne has a program through Dignity Memorial Southeast Florida that you can offer this as part of your package for your employees. And you've got a sliding scale of what can be offered.
Yeah, so it's actually any company or actually any group. So it could be a church or even like the Delray Chamber of Commerce to join. So any group can join. It's free. And basically what it does is it gives all of their members immediate discounts on any pre-arrangement, any cemetery, but also any at-need arrangement. So even if someone has passed away, they can walk into one of our funeral homes and get a discount. That's unheard of.
Wow.
So that's a pretty great benefit, and it's for team member or employee, their spouse, and both of their parents or grandparents anywhere in the country. So even if their parents, for example, live in another state, through their company or organization joining, their parents could also have that. So same discounts at a Dignity Memorial location wherever they are.
That's amazing.
Pretty cool.
So it's not just the employee, it's the employee, their entire family, their spouse, parents. Wow, Wayne.
Now I'm going to tell you, that in itself is worth calling, Wayne, because we talked about, you know, everybody's had to furlough employees and keep them away.
What can you offer them?
That's right. And we're talking about you want to bring people back, you want to hire new. There are people right now, I got a phone call, I got 3 job offers, all counties hiring nurses as well. But this is some benefit. And we talked about do something nice for your worker, right? Congratulate them a little bit. Get them a bottle of Gabura. Get them to sit down. Get them into this plan. You call Wayne. You figure out what you can and cannot do. But that is a tremendous benefit.
Wayne, how do people contact you?
Yeah, so, well, my cell number is 561-654-9000. You can call or text me anytime. But probably the best way to get in contact with us is on our Facebook page, which is Dignity Memorial Southeast Florida, SE Florida. So all of our events are there. So like this event on Tuesday night, really, please go on there. You know, it's free. You know, see the presentation, see what we're about, and get a pizza. Why not? But the registration link is there. Information is there. We're holding other events. We've done a series of other seminars recently that I've done. One on the Neptune Memorial Reef, one on the cemetery options in the area, veteran burial benefits. There's links to all of those. just click and you can watch it on demand anytime you like. So we're really eager to make sure you have the information. I think it makes sense for everybody to put their arrangements in place ahead of time. The earlier the better, locking in the prices, spreading out the payments. But like Freddie said, the real benefit is to make sure that you're not leaving that burden to your family. You get to decide what you want. And it is heartbreaking when we see, family members, doing what they can at the time to pass away that they've loved. And they're like, well, this is my best guess, and this is what we can afford. This probably isn't what they would have chose themselves, but, this is the best we can do. It's pretty heartbreaking. So we say, you can do it yourself, decide exactly what you want, spread out the payments so it's not a financial burden on anyone, and have that in place so at the time your family can just concentrate on grieving you, dealing with the loss, and they don't have to deal with making decisions, worrying about the expense, and worst case scenario, doing something that they know that you wouldn't want yourself.
Wow. Wayne, thank you so much. Stay dry.
Yeah, well, I'm
Stay
staying
inside
inside today. So,
He's always smiling. You can contact Wayne Henry, Dignity Memorial, Southeast Florida. You've seen him on our show for a very long time. It is a friend that you can trust. Just have the conversation. Pick up the phone. Go to their website. Go to Dignity Memorial, Southeast Florida on their Facebook page. Sign up for the webinar. It is free. And they send you a pizza. As Freddie says, just have the conversation.
Just have a conversation. Don't be intimidated by it. And I got to tell you, you're going to really benefit when you sit down and think about it. You're going to say, I did the right thing.
We're going to go to commercial break, switch over to our 1 o'clock hour. We've got Pamela Polani of the Polani Law Firm joining us, and then we're going to end our week with a toast.
With a toast.
Stay tuned. We'll be right back.
The way you live your life says a lot about you. The way you choose to commemorate your lifetime can say even more. It's a single event that speaks volumes. So how do you celebrate a life? Dignity Memorial providers believe that your memorial service should be as unique as you are, reflecting your personality and your passions. It should be a perfectly tailored send-off, a fitting tribute for family and friends to celebrate the person they love. We're professionals at catering to your every need, right down to the catering. In fact, no detail is too small. So when it comes time for a fitting tribute, we'll see that your final wishes are beautifully fulfilled. It's what Dignity Memorial providers are known for. And why you should rely on us to see that your life is well celebrated. The celebration of a lifetime begins here.
Welcome to your vacation staycation. And what better way to kick back than to blend up a sweet pina colada, a smooth mojito, or just a nice stiff rum and coke. If you want true relaxation and enjoyment, then you want Gubba Rum. Gubba Rum is a unique rum infusion. Gubba Silver Rum is infused with real shredded coconut, and Gubba Rum Gold is infused with real shredded vanilla bean. Both are made with certified organic ingredients. Each infused Gubba Rum is 35% ABV, 70 proof, and as we say in Boston, wicked smooth. So if you're looking for the best combination of taste, smoothness, quality, and price, your clear choice is Gubba Rum. If you want that wicked smooth taste for yourself or your vacation staycation, visit GubbaRum.com to find your closest liquor store that carries Gubba Rum Gold and Gubba Rum Silver. Gubba Rum, it's wicked smooth.
His abilities as a dry cleaner are so undeniable, Dry Clean Only tags have his phone number printed on the back. Stubborn stains sometimes call him late at night just to apologize. His pickup and delivery service is so fast, his vans have pit crews. He is the most interesting dry cleaner in the world.
You don't always dry clean, but when you do, use A&T Dry Cleaners. Stay dirty, my friends.
At Carmen Care Advanced Laser Therapy, our professional team specializes in finding the best alternative laser therapy treatments for your painful conditions. Do you suffer with chronic pain, a post-traumatic injury, or simply looking for the benefits of cell rejuvenation to the skin? Schedule a consultation today to understand how photobiomodulation can help reduce your symptoms, reduce or even eliminate pain. Give us a call today, 561-405-9577. We focus on treating you who has a disease, not a disease that defines who you are. Contact Carmen Care Laser Therapy today, 561-405-9577 or carmencarelaser.com.
Kids for Kids Ministry. The vision is to see children in Haiti emerge from extreme poverty into an extraordinary destiny in Christ. The problem is the orphans in Haiti lack clean water to drink and food sustainability. These children need art-integrated education, medical needs, shoes, clothes, a lunch program, and teacher salary aid. The mission is to sponsor local leaders in Haiti to support them in the care of orphans and vulnerable children. In January of 2020, Kids for Kids traveled to Haiti to visit the orphans at their home and at their school. The school has now grown to 30 children attending daily classes, but there are many things to improve upon. To help us or to donate, contact Patty Paget at Kids for Kids Ministry, 561-876-1710. That's Kids for Kids Ministry at 561-876-1710.
You've been watching the Brooklyn Cafe Show. Join us each day and after hours as we talk about the hot topics to open the conversations and share a few laughs. Now, back to Dawn and Freddie S.
As we wrap up our Friday, UPS came. I don't know, maybe we got some paper
Maybe we
toilet.
got some wires. How big was the UPS package?
It's a wire?
For the camera?
It must be a wire for the camera.
Oh, we have to.
So the paper toilet has not come yet? Or the toilet paper?
Don't be a wise guy. I always call the paper toilet.
More to come with that. Welcome back to our 1 o'clock hour, the Brooklyn Cafe Show. We have had, a week full of a lot of information. And you know what? I saw an email I got, and I could not help but share this information that we're going to share now from Pam Polani, our good friend, and of course, the Higer Polani Law Firm. We've got Pam with us on the phone, and Pam, we have your picture up to join us. Good morning, good afternoon. There she is.
Who's that?
Hi, good afternoon. It must have been a good day. You already think it's still morning. I think that's a pretty good sign. You know, definitely needed me to tell you what day and time it is. It's Friday, Dawn. It's 1:12 right now.
Hey Pam,
Friday 1:12.
We got a picture of you up here. I gotta say, I'm impressed.
She's looking good.
Oh, well, thank you. Thank you. I wish I could do video. Unfortunately, my IT department is getting a haircut right now.
Oh.
And we're having some technical difficulties over here at the law firm. It is a rainy, rainy day.
No problem.
So, and I just finished having a Zoom hearing.
Oh, my gosh. So, Pam, I saw your email that you sent out. What you're offering, I had to read it a couple times because it's tremendous.
Well, so both of my sons are graduating this year. And I know that a lot of people have said how, they really feel bad for the graduating seniors. But I wanted to make it a step further and do something for these seniors to show that we really do appreciate everything that they have accomplished. And I'm offering to any senior that is going into college or graduate school in the fall, that they would receive 4 documents from our law office, absolutely complimentary, except for notary charges. They have to be over 18, they have to live in the state of Florida, and my law firm does reserve the right not to take on a client if they feel that, we cannot help them in some way. But otherwise, we're going to try to provide these 4 documents, legal documents, to the graduate seniors, being a durable power of attorney, a living will, healthcare surrogate, a HIPAA, and a pre-need designation of guardianship.
It's tremendous. And I have to tell you, Pam, way back when I did this when my kids were in college, I never knew it was a thing. I never even knew to think about it. And then they told me why, as the kids were going to be studying abroad, as they were over 18 and not going to be living under our care anymore, why these documents are so important. So can you fill us in as to why this is so critical?
Well, especially right now, my law firm has been flooded since this all began with wills and trust packages, and unfortunately, we're also handling probate as well as trust issues for people who have passed on. And we are overwhelmed, unfortunately. I really am. As a boutique law firm, I can tell you I've reached out to other single practitioners, and we're all saying the same. Our businesses have picked up, and because people are scared. And likewise, that fear extends, of course, to their children. They're going to be sending off their children to campuses all across the country in places where, unfortunately, COVID is still very prevalent, and they're worried. How will they make healthcare decisions for their children if it needs to be? They're over 18, and they realize that unless these documents are in place, they may have a very difficult time making decisions on behalf of their children. Likewise, the financial documents help them address financial issues in case they need to do so for their adult children. Parents just, unfortunately, there's 2 groups of parents. One who really understands that their child turns 18. That means that they are no longer legally required or able to make decisions for them. And then there's another type of parent who says, but I pay their bills. They're on my health insurance plan. Doesn't that mean I can make their decisions? And the answer is no. Once they turn 18, that's it. You definitely need to have them sign these documents so that they can authorize you to make those decisions on their behalf.
Did you have any idea this was even so important, Freddie?
I haven't had any idea because you guys have, for what I know you now, 9 years, and now it's my sons are also telling me how important these things are, and you got to get your stuff in order. And
these are your kids, 18-year-old, 19-year-olds, right?
Think about it. You got to look at what's happening right now. This is like a message for everybody. Get your paperwork in order. I see attorneys that were getting papers signed in parking lots and things of that nature just to get things done right. Now is the time.
I went to an assisted living facility that had a window, like a service window, and my 2 witnesses and notary stood behind me as we passed documents inside the facility where we could see the testator signing everything, and they were blocked off from us. We all wore masks and gloves, the whole bit, and it was the most out-of-body experience I've had as an attorney, I have to tell you. It was strange.
And the guardianship, you had told me that this has become so important for the elderly, and now we're talking about for the kids. Why is this document so important?
Well, I have to tell you, unfortunately, what has happened is that a new strain of the virus has been coming around. So I actually have friends in England, and they were telling me weeks ago about this. And now we're hearing it, of course, in the United States. There's a reason it's called COVID-19 because it keeps mutating, right? And a new form of this virus is impacting the immune system of children and respiratory systems. So unfortunately, although we often think of this virus as really hurting the elderly and those with compromised immune systems, now we're finding that it's also found a way to compromise our children. So I cannot begin enough to say how important it is that, in God forbid, if your child has to be put in a medically induced coma, that you would be able to make decisions on their behalf for them, because once they're 18, you no longer have that ability so easily. especially for children who have divorced parents or step parents or things like that. To have these things in place is paramount.
And I'm just floored.
And I think most people are starting to really wake up and realize that.
Yeah, so grateful that you're doing this, Pam. You're not offering it at a discount. You're doing this for the graduating seniors complimentary. I mean,
well,
you're saving...
I just kind of figured that I wasn't spending thousands of dollars on a celebration for both of my children. I had planned on having 2 separate parties for them and really celebrating their accomplishments, one from graduating from college, one from high school, and that's not happening. So I thought, and I also am very philanthropic, as you both know. I've often done things in the community to help our community because I'm a part of it. My children live here, right? I've grown up here. So it's very frustrating not to be able to do a lot of things, but this is something that I could do in a very positive way. I don't get anything off it other than helping, hopefully, a future senior, graduate and be recognized and be, for their accomplishments.
And when the kids, when travel starts opening and they start going up, let me ask you a question. When you go abroad, once kids are able to go now study abroad again, these documents will help with that also?
100%, because even though they might be abroad, a lot of them actually study through American programs, right? And they might actually be having access to American, connected, affiliated hospitals and whatnot. So, again, there's no way that I would say to you, this is not something you shouldn't do. This is definitely something that every parent should be considering doing. And the offer is only good for a short period of time. So, those who are responding quickly to me, we're going to be handling as fast as we can. We know that kids are going to hopefully go back to school in August, and we want the parents to be able to rest assured that they'll be able to take care of their children should they need to. And even in the best of times, let's be honest, things happen. Car accidents, whatnot. I think I've often told you, my best friend, unfortunately of blessed memory now, her son, and Jordan, if you're listening to this, I apologize, her son was drinking and actually fractured his arm while doing a slip and slide. So the girlfriend called from the hospital, and my friend was very upset because they wouldn't release medical information to her because he did not have these documents in place. Right? So again, in best of times, you might need this, but this is certainly a very scary time for a lot of people, and why not take an ounce of prevention?
Something as simple as that, right? Even in college, if your kids get sick and they go to the hospital, they're not going to release the information. They go to the clinic on campus. They don't release the information.
Right, so a lot of times people think that because they sign the documents for when they're on campus, that will extend to off campus, and that's not the case. So if you sign the documents, and also a lot of times campuses will have you renew those documents. So if you don't realize that and you didn't renew or have your son or daughter renew the authorization, you might not have it extended to their sophomore, junior, and senior year. Whereas these documents take care of that until they actually become revoked and rescinded. So,
and Pam, I'm looking at your flyer. This is in a short period of time. You're offering this from June through September?
Yeah, well, I was trying to accomplish, when the kids would actually be home.
That's a lot of time.
Before they go off to school. I think it's a short period of time.
In our world, that is incredibly gracious. Short period of time, I'm thinking like a week. You're doing this from June 15th through September 15th.
Well, that's because she really believes in this. And you got to tip your hat.
And it goes through
and also, this is, it's funny because yesterday I actually also posted that I'm looking for a new assistant, like an intern in my office. And I received so many applications for kids who want to be summer interns, right? And I was thinking this would be a great opportunity for someone who, if they're willing to waive payment, in lieu of the work, I'm happy to take on somebody who's much younger and just train them to just help me do these documents in my office. And it could be something that they put on their resume, right? And so somebody who has like a pre-law indication, I'm thinking of putting that offer out there that maybe what I'll do is I'll have a summer intern and then they'll have something on their resume for this, right?
Yep.
To help that they helped with this project.
The experience is amazing. Again, the 4 documents you're doing, Durable power of attorney.
Durable power of attorney.
What else?
Healthcare surrogate living will, pre-need designation of guardianship, and a HIPAA.
And tell me why a HIPAA is so important.
Well, again, let's say if you live here and your son is in Michigan, right, you're going to want to have the ability to contact an emergency room in Michigan, right, without having an issue. So the HIPAA actually offers the ability to talk to any insurance carrier or any medical room provider or any kind of medical practitioner to have information about your child, but not necessarily to make a decision. So, for instance, if, your son has a brother, you don't necessarily want the brother to have authorization contained in a living will, but you would want the brother to have the ability to make phone calls or to know about how his other brother is doing if he is in an emergency room. So that's why HIPAA is really useful, and especially since we have people who live all over the country, it helps them feel more connected and so that everybody can hopefully get the information they want about whoever's provided the authorization.
It's incredible, Pam. And what's the difference between a pre-need designation of guardianship and a durable power of attorney? Why would you need both?
Well, that's really huge, actually. Durable power of attorney is financial in nature, whereas the pre-need designation of guardianship is really directed for those beyond durable powers of attorney powers, really to help you if, God forbid, you should have to apply for federal aid that you cannot do with your durable power of attorney.
You got all that, Freddie?
If your child becomes permanently incapacitated.
What I'm going to say, Pam.
Just call Pam.
Just call Pam.
Just call Pam.
Get it done. If you don't got,
I just said I don't get to see your faces right now, but it's so
really
good to hear your voices.
But it's really simple. You either got it done or you don't got it done. And if you don't got it done, man up and say, I ain't got it done. Give Pam a call. She's not going to steer you wrong. She's offering this and get it done and be done with this. I mean, seriously.
And this is complimentary for our graduating seniors. And of course, Pam offers all of these services to your home, easy use, even if you're not a high school senior, for all age groups. What's happening now in the nursing homes?
I will say that I will not be traveling to people's homes. We are practicing every precaution in our office.
Virtually?
Usually I do offer to travel to people's homes. This is not one of those instances. So they would have to come to my office to have the documents signed, or we're willing to have them, send the documents and they can have them signed somewhere else. But at this point, I'm not traveling to anyone's home. I know that's often something I offer, but unfortunately during this time, it's just not advisable, and I want to keep my clients as safe as I can.
But can you work with them virtually and put new documents in place?
Oh, 100%, and we already started that. We actually had one family already contact us. We sent them the intake form. They sent it back to us through email, and we can even email the documents to them. Our notary does still travel, but, of course, we're trying to keep everybody safe as much as we can.
So you can put all your documents in place. It's like we talked to Wayne about some new things that happened because of this, about doing things virtually, I think is an option for a lot of people. This way you're not always traveling. It keeps people who are ill out. It keeps people that aren't ill from having to go into a situation and get everything done.
And also, when this finally settles down,
and it will,
you still have the option of doing things like this and then getting it done because you're not around, you're not here, you're not there. You just have a conversation and get things done. I think the awareness of getting this done, that you haven't done it, is the important message being said.
Putting all these documents in place. Pam, how do people reach you?
They can email me, Pamela, Pamela, at law, L-A-W, php.com. So Pamela at lawphp.com, PHP meaning Pamela Higer-Polani. Or they can call me, 561-496-4222. 561-496-4222.
And congratulations.
And I have to shout out to you guys. Everybody loves the videos that you helped me put together. I am so grateful that you took the time to help me edit them, and they just look great, and I'm just thrilled, and they can go on my website and see some of these videos. They certainly can go on Facebook and see them. And I just really want to say a shout out to you and your team for being so professional in every possible way.
Oh my goodness, thank you. I forgot we did that before all of this started, right as things were starting to change. You came in and you did a lot of videos to share the information.
We got the brain bowling.
I sure did, and I said, I can see the future. Let's do some videos.
Which is fantastic.
So,
you couldn't have asked for a
unfortunately, I was
better
very
time.
correct.
Right?
And congratulations to you on both boys graduating. Mazel tov.
Thank you, thank you. Yes, I'm proud of both of them. They both certainly deserve all of your congratulations, and I'm excited because even though they can't have graduation ceremonies, they certainly will have more in their future, and I know that the celebrations will still come, and we'll appreciate them and value them even so much more.
Absolutely. Have a great weekend, Pam. Thank you so much. For more information,
Thank you guys for letting me come on and talk with you. I miss you both. I'm sending you both virtual hugs, and have a very fabulous Friday.
You too, honey. Thanks so much. All these documents.
I tell you, good friend and always there, and she's extended to the community. And it's been like this, you know, as people, and she'll tell you, she's not visiting anybody, she's staying safe to protect the clients as well as herself. And she's taking that approach, and we admire that as well. But again, extending to the community, more opportunities. You got Dignity, you got Pam, you had this morning the mental awareness piece as well. All of these things are being brought to you so that you can take advantage of it. You can watch the shows later. You can call them at the ease of your time. Take the weekend to think about some of the things that we talked about all week long.
Make the phone calls.
And the message is not only from us. I know that you're probably tired of seeing this on the air, but you know we had the producers doing stuff as well. New producers. Teddy now is a senior because she has been doing it the longest. Yes, like whatever your culture, whatever your mindset, whatever age, the message is the same.
Get
we're
prepared.
trying to get it together. I mean, we're trying to give you as much information as we possibly can to let you know, we're in this together. We're going to be okay. You just got to hang tough and keep the good fight going.
I got to tell you, I don't know whether I should apologize or not, but since you've met me, we've now brought awareness to dignity, things that we never had in place, estate planning, things we never had in place, things that your son puts together that we never had in place. It's a lot of things that we all knew we needed to do, but we went, we don't need it right now. But I think with everything we see coming forward, you realize there's no time like the present to take your current situation, your awareness, and say, now it's time to protect my family the way I want to protect my family, as opposed to the way someone else wants to do it. And this way, all these documents that Pam is offering, I'm shocked because I remember doing these for my kids. They are tremendously expensive documents to put in place.
And she's doing it for nothing?
And she's doing it complimentary, not for a week, but for 3 months. From June until September, she's offering this to graduating seniors in high school and college going into graduate school. To know as a parent that when your child leaves your house, that God forbid something happens, that you can pick up the phone and you have control of getting the information, of being able to control their health care. Even if they're not in the United States, when they start traveling abroad again, to know that you can still be in touch with the doctors and get that viable information, that is a huge relief. Things I never knew I needed to do until a friend of ours said, you need these for your kids. And then it opens up the conversation because my kids didn't want to sign some of the documents, and because they were over the age of 18, they had to choose to sign what they wanted to sign. All because I wanted them signed didn't mean they had to sign them. So it opens up the conversation to really see what's in the mindset of your kids. It's interesting to have that conversation as they move into adulthood.
And she's off. It's
free.
And I'm going to tell you, I want to warn everybody who's watching. I just want to warn you, let's not get back into bad habits. It's really easy to think that this is over. This ain't over. Not by the longest stretch. Let's not get back into the shortness of life. Let's take shortcuts. You know what? I'll get that tomorrow. Don't do it. Everybody now is aware. All of a sudden, people have discovered that you should wash your hands. Okay? That's become a whole deal. That you should wear a mask. That you shouldn't be putting your hands in your mouth. That even shaking a hand could be dangerous. Don't go back to bad habits. And don't do what everybody else who decides they're going to do it their way. Don't do it. They talk to certain politicians in certain states that should remain nameless, and they ask them the $60 million question. you're having all these people now in bars and everything else. No mask, no nothing, just good food. Okay. And they asked him, how are you going to feel if those people get sick? And his answer was, we have to pick our path. I mean, think about this. We have to pick our own path. So don't fall into the bad habits that got us into the soup to begin with. Call Pam, call Wayne, call these people who want to help you get to a different level of your life. Prepare. You're looking at a prime example here. I'm making moves in my life that I should have done back when. And I'm doing it now with these people that we are meeting. So I am going to walk the walk. If I ask you to do it, I'm doing it. You should too.
We're going to go to commercial break, and when we come back, we are going to celebrate our week. Because a few weeks ago, we did a wine tasting with Donna Marie Clifford, Dawn Cliff the wine chick, and we ordered 6 bottles of spectacular wine. $70 included the 6 bottles of wine and a wine tasting, virtual wine tasting, and that offer is still available to you. These wines are by far over $30 a piece. We got 6 of them, including the wine tasting, for $70. And we said, when we open up, we were saving this bottle. This bottle, if you see it, has gold flecks.
But hold on, are we officially open?
We are officially somewhat open. We are not closed in quarantine.
That bottle you said was officially open.
We are officially
you can't
temporarily
be a little
open.
Pregnant. You cannot.
Well, you don't
be
have
a
to
little
have any.
pregnant.
I'll partake in it with our crew because you know what they have.
What do you mean I can't have any?
Our
crew
crew
that
has
wasn't
been
a
back.
question.
Our crew has been back. They have been on shifts. Some people come on different days. They have been working overtime to bring these shows to you, to bring content to you, to bring videos and editing and new shows remotely from home. They've been working really, really hard. So in my mind, when we have our crew back, we are open to business. We have not opened really to guests, but we are here to celebrate the
So this is
reopening of the
open to
United
business.
States. Right?
You should have had that bottle 6 weeks ago, 8 weeks ago.
You know what? No time like the present. We're going to go to commercial break. He's
And I get the yucky face.
All I can tell you, being married to you for 4 years, we're going to toast to that also, because you know what? Monday was my 4-year anniversary working with you, so I think we're going to toast to that as well.
That's good.
So stay tuned. We're going to go to commercial break. When we come back, we're going to open the bottle. We'll see you in a few.
The benefits of CBD are well known, but not all CBD is equal. At your CBD store, our award-winning products are made from organic industrial hemp. Your CBD store products are third-party tested for purity, and we offer a wide variety of products to meet your needs and preferences. From water solubles, topical creams and oil drops, to pet products. Visit your CBD store and let our knowledgeable staff guide you. Your CBD store.
His abilities as a dry cleaner are so undeniable, Dry Clean Only tags have his phone number printed on the back. Stubborn stains sometimes call him late at night just to apologize. His pickup and delivery service is so fast, his vans have fit crews. He is the most interesting dry cleaner in the world.
You don't always dry clean, but when you do, use A&T dry cleaners. Stay dirty, my friends.
Welcome to your vacation staycation. And what better way to kick back than to blend up a sweet pina colada, a smooth mojito, or just a nice stiff rum and coke. If you want true relaxation and enjoyment, then you want Gubba Rum. Gubba Rum is a unique rum infusion. Gubba Silver Rum is infused with real shredded coconut, and Gubba Rum Gold is infused with real shredded vanilla bean. Both are made with certified organic ingredients. Each infused Gubba Rum is 35% ABV, 70 proof, and as we say in Boston, wicked smooth. So if you're looking for the best combination of taste, smoothness, quality, and price, your clear choice is Gubba Rum. If you want that wicked smooth taste for yourself or your vacation staycation, visit GubbaRum.com to find your closest liquor store that carries Gubba Rum Gold and Gubba Rum Silver. Gubba Rum, it's wicked smooth.
Sometimes you need to shake things up a bit. To be a little adventurous, to make your meals pop. Don Pablo Coffee Growers and Roasters has that special ingredient. That little bit of adventure in a bottle to take your dinner to the next level. So take a leap and try one of Don Pablo's fresh roasted specialty coffee meat rubs on your beef, chicken, or pork. you'll never go back to boring again. Go ahead, rub it on your meat.
Healing Moments Wellness Boutique specializes in integrating scientific and ancient therapies to relieve physical, emotional, and psychological distress. Through the power of touch, coaching, and meditation, clients experience pain relief, relaxation, healing, and detoxification. Contact Healing Moments Wellness Boutique at 561-931-2187 and experience Boca Raton's Healing Haven. Enjoy the benefits of an individualized treatment plan to help find your feelings of peace, complete balance, and wellness. Call Healing Moments today, 561-931-2187, and be rejuvenated.
You've been watching the Brooklyn Cafe Show. Join us each day and after hours as we talk about the hot topics to open the conversations and share a few laughs. Now, back to Dawn and Freddie S.
And we're back.
Wow.
What's the matter with you?
I got to tell you, it took a long time to come up with all these things that we are so unscripted on, to come up with a way for you to finally say, we'll celebrate and toast. And I guess what finally got you was it's our 4-year official anniversary of my first show with you.
No.
That wasn't it?
No, I don't mind celebrating it. I celebrate it every day of the week if you want. I don't have a problem with that. The word that you use is the hot button right now.
We're not 100% open. We are at 25% capacity like everybody
there you
else.
Go. That's a good way out. A nice spin there.
But it's true. We really have not had guests in here. We've maybe had 1 or 2 the entire week. We have not had multiple people on set. We have not had anybody really with us.
And we won't be doing that for a little
Our
bit.
set and our studio will, I think this is, as things changed, I don't see us going back to having 5 people around our table. It will, like we used to. We've taken the chairs and we've moved them to another set because...
That's interesting. I never thought that far.
Actually, I haven't done it yet, but I even spoke to Teddy about taking those mics and putting them away or putting them in another studio because we're not using them in there right now. Maybe we put them out here and make a set over there, or we'll come up with something. Or use them, maybe the crew uses it and they have mics on set instead of using the handhelds. Because I don't see having more than 3 at that table right now.
Those microphones are wired, so you have to sort of be a little smart with that.
So we can use them in there.
But you could put handhelds out here, you could put wires over there.
So it's things to think about and redo because...
And back there, this is very interesting. I never thought about that. We could actually do another set behind us. Wow, that's good.
So I've been trying to rethink about new ways to get a little creative because we were at a 6-foot table, we were only a foot apart.
So let me ask you a question. You think that stadiums and football, baseball, basketball, hockey, that's over with?
No, but I think it's over with for... But you know what? Again, it's back to what you feel comfortable with. And I can't tell you, I feel so comfortable having all of these people sitting right next to me at a table. I'm more than happy to have, when we reopen it to full capacity, having them in. But the way we had it structured before, we never thought twice. It was hugging and kissing, and literally between you and me, there was another person, right? And between you and the other end of the table, there were 4 people next to me.
Interesting. That's a big table. It's an 8-foot table.
It's a big table, so maybe we have 3, maybe we have 4. I'm not quite sure. We'll have to see. But in the meantime, we're here in the theater, and in the meantime, we have poured all of this out. When Dawn joins, I'm hoping she's going to join us soon. Teddy, let us know when she's on. This is a spectacular bottle of Demi-Sec, not to be mistaken for champagne, because champagne can only really be manufactured in France, and this is not.
Out of the town of Champagne.
So we have to be very careful on what we say, but this was, and I'm going to give you a glass.
It's interesting.
There goes my phone again. I've dropped that phone. How many times
and
today?
you're giving me a heart attack every time you do it. It's interesting because I have a bottle of this at home that she gave us, I think, a year ago.
Oh, maybe over, yeah.
2 years ago. And I never opened it because I told my kids that when I'm no longer here present is when they should open that bottle, which who knows what they will. So I don't know what this tastes like.
And I've decided there's no day like the present to toast because I think we've all come through this with resilience, creativity. We've had new crew working with us. We've got new shows joining us. We've got the Florida Love Show joining us later today at 3 o'clock. Old friends, OG friends like Pam and Dawn Cliff and a lot of people. And heck, you've put up with me, or I've put up with you for 4 long years. So
it's really funny because I hear the crew laughing over there. They probably already swallowed and drank it.
they're done.
They're
So
done.
toast to you, Freddie.
Toast.
Toast to us and everyone, all of our friends, family. Resilience, I think, is the word. This is, and I don't even want to mess it up. I believe it's 24 karat gold, flakes of gold in the bottom of this. That yes, we are drinking.
You know, the funny thing is, this tastes pretty good. Now, are you supposed to swallow the gold?
What are you going to do, strain it out?
I wanted to strain it, maybe make a wash.
Well, that's why you would never drink your first bottle.
Wow, is it healthy to drink gold? We have to ask her. This is unbelievable.
And the funny thing, this is why you and I are so opposite, because you will save that bottle until who knows when. Me?
My
Drink it for
son,
today.
Freddie, is 29, 28, 29. I have a bottle of Budweiser called a long neck. You know the brown bottles, and they have a long neck? From 9 months before he was born.
Wow.
And I still have it.
And it's traveled with you every place you've moved?
Every place, and I have it in a secret place. Linda doesn't even know where I have it, but I have it. And I check on it every once in a while. I'm surprised that it hasn't exploded, but
Wow.
it hasn't. But yeah, you're right. I'm a traditionalist when it comes to stuff like that.
So Teddy, Mia, you guys get a mic and let us know what you think about this, because they're running us from the other side of the room,
Yep.
other side of the studio. Teddy
side
kind of
of
has
the
her
room.
own room at the moment.
If you guys turn on the mic, tell us what you think about the.
We actually have
the
Dawn
taste.
with us also. Let's bring her over.
How do you know Dawn's on? How you see that? Where is she?
We're going to bring Dawn over. There she is. Hi, honey. How you doing?
Hi, guys.
All right. We opened it. We poured it. And here's a toast to you, because this is
Cheers.
spectacular. Cheers.
Cheers.
Tell us about this spectacular golden, what's it called? Demi-sec.
Yeah, it's a sparkling wine from Germany. And it is a blend of Riesling and Kerner grape. And it has 24 karat gold in it. So
Now, why did they put the gold in it? I gotta ask. Why is there gold?
Why
in
not?
Well, there you have it. Why not silver?
And that's why her name is Dawn. Why not?
Now, Dawn, yeah, why not? Now, Dawn, is this edible gold, or is this? Can I make a ring out of it?
You got to get a lot. You have to get a lot of the cases of that. Don't be
Dawn-
shifting through that.
This is amazing. And I have to tell you, when we got the 6 bottles of wine for a virtual wine tasting, I said we were going to save this to when we are opening. And we are at 25% capacity. I think the world is starting to open. So I thought no better time than to open this on a Friday with you.
Yay! I'm glad I could be part of it. And now you said 4 years you guys just went on?
Yeah.
4 years.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
And I think we've known you for 3 of the 4 years, no?
2.5 anyway, yeah.
I think
long
so.
time.
Because you were with us, yeah, it was 1 year at BZT, and then we met her and Chris at the first studio.
Right.
Yeah, it's been about 3 years. Wow.
I even went down to the studio in Boca.
Yep, she was down. She's been down here also.
She's been everywhere.
So are you still doing the virtual wine tasting?
Oh, yeah.
So give everyone some more, because we've now gone through our 6 bottles of wine. And it started out as I needed wine here at the studio, and I saw your post and I thought, heck, why not? But it was far better than I ever expected. These wines have been spectacular, every single one of them, Dawn.
Thank you. Yeah, so our wines contain no added sugars, no added sulfites. There's only a small production of each vintage made. So you're talking about anywhere from 3 to maybe 4,000 bottles per vintage. And what that means is when the year comes and the grapes are grown, let's say in 2015, and the wine is made in the fall, and then they bottle 3,000 bottles, that's the only vintage you're going to get. That's the only bottles you're going to get from that vintage. So you can never duplicate that unless you add things to your wines. And we don't add, so it's not mass produced, and that's why you won't find our wines in any stores or any restaurants. It's just because they don't make enough wines, and it doesn't have the capacity to sit on a shelf under ultraviolet lights in like a grocery store or like in a wine shop. So the whole concept is to take care of it because, again, there's nothing added to the wines.
Tell people how they can do the virtual wine tasting, and then you're going to have to tell us, now that we have finished our 6 bottles, how we order more.
So you can, they can reach me on my cell phone, is the best way to reach me. It's 610-476-9054. And they can tell me they want to do a virtual tasting. So what they do is they purchase the voucher, and then when they purchase the voucher, it's $70.63 or something with tax. That's including tax. And then we'll set up a date where I have the wine shipped to them, and then we'll set a date up where I will go and do an actual, we'll do a Zoom conference virtual tasting. Like
and if I want to send this as a gift, can I do that for someone?
Yeah. They have to do the virtual tasting. The whole idea is, not just to get the 6 bottles. It's to purchase wine. We are a wine marketing company, and this is the only way safely without us going. Because normally I go into people's homes and I do the wine tasting, and I bring the 6 bottles and I go through the whole nuances about wine tasting 101. But right now, because it's kind of non-conducive, people are not getting together like they used to, as you were just mentioning, Dawn. People are not sitting next to each other or getting that close. So that's why we're doing the virtual. And it works out pretty good. I mean, I did a big one the other day. I had 3 shipments sent to 3 different homes, and it ended up being like 20 people on the Zoom virtual tasting.
Wow.
Got a little loud, but that happens anyway in a regular tasting. But I did mention to them that was a little too big because it was really hard to control. I had to mute everybody and all that kind of stuff, but it was good. It was a good tasting.
Freddie, what do you think of this bottle?
I think it's pretty good. I got to tell you, I have to say that the selection you gave us was outstanding. Those 2 reds that you did that other day, one was better than the other, and everybody, we were sort of like 50-50.
I know, we were like, which one do we like better, right?
I know. Outstanding. Now everybody, when I go home, everybody says, "Oh, where's the outstanding bottle of wine?"
We drank it.
We drank it because we were doing the tasting. But it's a whole experience about this thing. This is pretty good. This is like a mellow, chill kind of.
It's 11%, but I have to tell you, you feel this. Maybe because I haven't eaten since breakfast.
I'm feeling that I'm afraid to drink the gold. I'm sitting here saying.
No, gold is healthy for you. It's an anti-inflammatory. It's a metal, but it's not a toxic metal, Freddie. You can eat the gold.
And Dawn, if I want to order more of the wines, when I order more wines, I can break up the case and we can have a variety. I don't have to do 12 of the same.
Correct. You could break it up for sure. Yeah, that's what Santiago did.
Oh, he told me he was going to order Santiago Vasquez. He's running for sheriff of Broward County.
He actually posted, "I ordered it."
Did he?
I was dying, yeah.
So he ordered he broke up a case?
He did. He was so sweet. Yeah, he's like, "Just put something together for me." I was like, "Oh, okay."
And I have to say, Dawn put this together for us. All I told her was I prefer reds over white. We did, I think, 3 reds, a white, and this because we needed to celebrate. And your
Right.
choices have been spectacular.
Thank you.
And we love you. We love Chris. You look amazing. You look a little tan. Looks like you've been sitting outside.
No, I've been playing tennis and I played some golf last week. So yeah, I got a little bit of sun. I needed my little vitamin D.
And how's Chris doing?
Chris is doing great. He needs a haircut.
He told me you cut his hair.
I did, but he needs another cut, and I'm just not going to even go there. No.
Well, I am so glad, Dawn, that Santiago ordered a case. I love the fact that there's some things on social media you don't want to see, all these conspiracy theories. I don't really want to see all that. Everyone is entitled to their own opinion. But the fact that I
Right.
saw that you were doing this virtual wine tasting for $70, and I was thinking actually what I could buy in the grocery store for $12 a bottle. Nothing of any significance, right? Plus the virtual wine tasting, and to be able to bring all of our crew and our family together every Wednesday, every Friday to do this. And there was no better way to end our week and celebrate our 4 years together than with this.
Absolutely. And there are people that were telling me this is a fantastic gift to give to first responders, people who have been through, forget about it, to order a case. And they were saying to me, would she come on and do the wine tasting? Like if you send 6 bottles to an institution and there's doctors and stuff, and they have to sort of figure out how to get everybody to think, would she come on and do the wine taste? I said, absolutely. And they all said, wow. Now they're trying to organize themselves because everybody wants to be on this thing, and you can't have 100 people taste 6 bottles. I get it. I understand it. But it's just to say thank you. It's a great, great piece to send to people and say, listen, thank you for doing what you're doing, and boom. I think it's a great idea.
Is there something else we should be learning about this wine other than enjoying it?
So also the demi-sec means semi-dry. So that's what that means. If you see that, it means that
It tastes pretty wet to me. It's a little delicious.
It's a little dry white.
I have to sit. Now, I'm going to tell you, you tell Chris, you said Freddie sent him a message. I want to see him.
I want to see both of them.
The two of you. I want to sit down and we're going to do some wine tasting. We're going to sit back and we're going to say, you know what, we got through this, because I watch him every morning. And he is the chippest guy, man. I'm going to tell you, you wouldn't think that anything
make me
bad
cry.
is happening with this man. I'm just telling you. And sometimes I'll sit there and I go, wow, look at the way he just delivers. He talks about the boating with the storm coming in, and I feel comfortable. What the hell, the storm's coming in? I've been through the virus. Hurricane, who cares? But I want to sit back, and I want to sit back with you guys because we got through this
Calm
thing.
down.
And we're going to keep going through this thing. We're going to keep getting better and better. But send him our love. He's doing a great job. You're doing a great job. What a way to end the Friday.
We love you, Dawn.
That's so nice. Oh, I love you guys too. Cheers.
Cheers, honey. We can't wait to one day you and Chris come on down. We're going to set you up with a set. If you give us a banner, we'll put the banner behind you and we will promote everything you're doing, because you know what? If we can't be there for our friends and our fellow Dawns, then what's it about, right?
It's like they say,
And I appreciate that very much, guys. I mean, you guys are really good about promoting each other and friends and everything. And I just think that you guys are so wonderful, and I love you from the bottom of my heart. Like family.
and you know what they say? The world could use a little bit more of Dawn.
It's a little scary, isn't it?
Oh my God, yes. Oh my God, yes.
We love you, honey. Have a great weekend. Our love to Chris.
You too, guys. Take care.
Thank you again. 3 weeks of wine tasting and toasting. Cheers, Freddie.
Cheers.
Happy Friday.
Happy Friday.
Happy 4 years.
Happy Friday to the crew that
God
they
bless you.
enjoy as well. Happy Friday.
Have a great weekend, everyone. Be kind to each other. Be safe. Stay dry. No drinking, no driving. It will rain. We will see you Monday. Actually, stay tuned for 3 o'clock. We got the Florida Love Show. We've got the Momentum Mindset Show. Goes legal tonight at 6 o'clock. We've got Carmen Care Wellness Institute joining us at 7 o'clock. We're getting swabbed at 5. You think they're going to pick this up in my swab?
Boy, I was going to ask you about that. Also, we have the editor's desk at 2:30 with David
Jeez.
DePino. You don't want to miss that with the attorneys.
You can tell this is more than 11% because you have not finished your glass
Because
yet.
it's full of gold. Teddy put all the gold in here.
It's because she's
I'm
sitting
gonna
next.
make a ring.
It's because she's sitting next to me, and Mia taught her about 3-finger pour.
Oh my God! When Mia's in the house, run.
Have a great weekend, everyone. Be kind to each other. Stay safe. Use your common sense. We'll see you Monday. Pajama time.
And don't be late.
Bye-bye.
Well, that's about it for today. Even though the show is over, the Brooklyn Cafe is always open for business. You're invited to join the fun every day from 12 to 2. If you missed some of the laughs from today, Dawn and Freddie S. will bring more good cheer next time. You can follow the Brooklyn Cafe on Facebook at the Brooklyn Cafe TV to rewatch every minute of the show. Well, see you next time.